Breaks is back. We're excited to have Steven. Steven, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, guys. It's gonna be awesome. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Steven is the man behind Wildcard Sports. You know, here at Behind Bricks, we do extensive research. That was a little play on words there, but I found Steven as I was looking for people in the hobby and came across, and I said, this guy does something. It's not trading cards per se, but it's, I think, tied directly to what trading card collectors and flippers and investors are doing, which is prognosticating. Is that the right word, by the way? I like saying it. Is that the right word?
I like it.
You're looking at fantasy sports as well as futures betting. And by the way, note his advice is not advice. It's just an entertainment thing. So do not couch your life savings on anything we say on the show. This is for entertainment. So there you go. But yeah, man, welcome in. I appreciate you jumping on and being flexible with us today as we ran through some tech issues, but here we are, right?
Yep, it happens. It happens.
It does. So tell us about Wildcard Sports, how it came to be. Like, where did it start and what are you doing with it?
Yeah, it was just one of those things during the pandemic at home doing absolutely nothing. I'm like, I want to get online and start talking sports. And that's literally where it started in 2020. Just on YouTube, I would just go live. Once like sports started coming back, on TV again, like live sports, I would just literally watch the game live and be live on YouTube at the same time, commentate on it. And people would just hang out with me on the live stream as we watched the game.
Yeah.
And that's how it all started on YouTube. Then later on, I would start betting on games with people. I'd post my bet live on YouTube. Like, this is what I'm betting on, guys. This is the game I'm watching. And people would have bets too. They would throw their bets in the chat. Like, oh yeah, I got the bet on this guy. And it just became a lot of fun. And then it just evolved into fantasy football. I would start like fantasy football leagues with my viewers. We'd all join a league and I would just play against random people. And so now it's just grown to every platform. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And now TikTok's just taken off because I've been doing live streams on there, talking fantasy football, giving advice to everyone I can. People DM me, ask me questions, give them advice, and people love that. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
All right, wait. Before we get into it,
Okay, go.
the Bears.
Yes.
Are they going to win over 6 games?
Yeah. I think they're going to definitely win over 6 games. I like what I see from them, honestly. I know they have their troubles here and there, but they could be explosive when they can't, when everyth's working. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right,
And
I'm done.
No. This is my favorite
Yeah.
thing in the world. The fact that
leave.
we're 3 minutes in and we're off the rails. I love it. That's a great question.
Great.
I think the Bears, the over under at the beginning of the season was 8.5, wasn't it? Or 8?
I think it was around 8. Yeah. I
So
made
you
a video of predicting every team. I got to look back on what I said for the Bears. After the year's over, I do a reaction to my videos and see how crazy wrong I was or crazy right I was. So
That's
it's a
awesome.
lot of
I
fun.
love that. I love the humility.
That's how much I trust the Bears that I'm even actually under what the over under was. I'm like 6 wins. Just get me 6.
Really? Yeah. That's great.
RJ's
Set your
from Chicago.
expectations low.
So what do you
cool.
have?
So
What do you
Cubs.
have?
What about the Cubs? You happy? Or are you a White Sox fan?
Well, this is where it goes back to I'm a Yankees fan, but
That's right.
my
Yankees.
wife and other brother-in-law are diehard White Sox fans. So we are having a internal fight with our kids on what they're going to be as a
Kids as they grow up.
Yeah.
I love that. And I'm a Cubs fan.
Interesting.
Strangely enough, I moved around a lot as a kid. Strangely enough, I'm a Cubs fan because WGN. So
Okay.
I've shared this story a lot, but growing up, you watch WGN wherever you lived. I lived in Jersey, Pittsburgh, Michigan, and then Arizona. And they were always on because I'm so old that they didn't have lights when I was a kid. So you come home from school and their games were on. So I knew that every Cub player for years. I just, the Jody Davises, the Ron Says, the Sandbergs, and so on and so forth. So I grew attached to them, I think, because of my absolute obsession with baseball, and they were always on. So the irony that I, met,
I know.
my wife's from Chicago and I can somewhat cheer for him. But the problem for me is my favorite player, the greatest player ever in baseball. Oh, we're going to get him on this bottom of the ninth thing too. Plays for the Padres. And I have a kid that lives in I love San Diego. So I was torn, man. This last week has been hell. And if you're listening, by the way, we're recording
Yeah.
on Friday. The wild card just ended. This episode will be out on Monday. So we got another weekend before this comes out. But how did you do picking the wild card? Speaking of wild card.
I got them all right except the Tigers, Cleveland. I thought Cleveland would beat the Tigers.
Yeah.
But other than that, I picked the Cubs, Dodgers, Yankees. So pretty well.
Nice.
You did pretty well.
But
all
yeah.
right. So,
But
okay.
some of
so
those
let's-
picks were pretty obvious, you know.
Really? Were they?
Well, I
what
mean,
was the toughest one?
Dodgers. No, I didn't believe in San Diego, to be honest.
No kidding.
So I follow my tiers. So I actually have Cubs as a tier 1 team just based off purely stats.
Yep.
So yeah, that's why another reason I picked the Cubs. Yeah.
All right. Well, now I'm going to drill into a little bit on the playoffs. Now, again, they start tomorrow. They back up tomorrow. So who do you have in these matchups, man? So let's start. Hold on.
So-
let's start with the Phillies and Dodgers. Who do you got?
Phillies and Dodgers, I have Dodgers winning it. I actually have, and this is where I get a lot of hate in the comments. I have the Phillies very low in my tiers, and that's
Yep, I
just
saw
not off
that.
my opinion. I always tell people this is not my opinion. I'm just literally basing it off of past champions that have won the World Series. They hit all these stats,
Yeah.
like top 10 in this, top 10 in that, whatever. Phillies aren't hitting a lot of them, so I had to put them lower in the tiers. But according to Vegas, they are kind of favored to win the World Series. So that's where I get a lot of hate. So I do have the Dodgers beating the Phillies on that one. Yeah.
Okay. All
But
right.
I really do think the Dodgers could repeat too. So that's definitely not off the table.
The bonus is the Dodgers don't have a bullpen.
Yeah,
However,
exactly.
they have Shohei.
But they score a
So-
lot of runs. Yeah.
Yeah.
They score a lot of runs. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you can get into that bullpen, you can wreck them. You know, it's kind of
Yeah,
like
for
the
sure.
unfortunately
And the Phillies can
Yankees.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Cubs, Brewers.
Cubs Brewers, I have the Brewers winning the series, but it's what I told people, it's one of those situations I don't care who comes out of that series because it's good for me. Like I have them both
Yeah.
top tier teams, so according to
Okay.
my bets, it's totally fine. But I did pick the Brewers to win it, unfortunately. Sorry about that.
No, don't be, man. I'm a big fan. Again, so let's transition a little bit on this part to trading cards. There's a couple guys in the Brewers that I absolutely love. Isaac Collins, I think that kid is unreal.
Mhm.
Great athlete. I love the way they play.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to be tough to beat, but I think the Cubs, I think they got a little something. I think they're going to
Yeah,
come in
they have
there
that
and
heart.
do something. Their pitching's been incredible. I think they're going to, I don't know, with this best of 5 right now, this
Yep.
next series.
I think it's 5, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So
Let's
it's
go to the
interesting.
American League, RJ. We'll save the best for last. What about the what about the Mariners and the Tigers? That one probably easy, right?
Yeah, I mean, I had the Mariners winning that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an easy pick for me. Even if it was Cleveland that made it to the next round, I had the Mariners. And I love what they've been doing. The second half of the season is pretty magical. And
It is.
It's nice for the city of Seattle to have that finally. So that's been a
It
lot
is.
of fun to watch.
Yeah.
And it would be
Yeah.
awesome to see them win. But yeah, I think the Cubs, Scooble's been insane. He's 14 strikeouts the first game of the playoffs
So
was
yeah,
ridiculous.
seriously.
And then
Yeah,
the
so-
question is, where does he land next year? Because he's not coming back to Detroit. So what is
No.
it? Is it the Yankees or the Dodgers?
It's the Yeah, I was about to say it's Yankees or Dodgers, unfortunately.
Yeah,
You guys got all the money.
that's right. Well, maybe the Mets, but I don't know if they can afford
Yeah,
them.
maybe the Mets.
Maybe
Yeah.
the Mets have Cohen's got enough money. All right, last but not least, the Yankees, Blue Jays.
No, that's another situation for me where either team that comes out, I have Yankees and Blue Jays tier 1 team in my tiers, but I did pick the Yankees to win it, so to beat
Yeah.
the Blue
Nice.
Jays.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I filled out a few brackets and I did have a repeat, unfortunately, of Dodgers Yankees again in the World Series. My heart wanting the Yankees to beat the Dodgers. I am actually a Dodger hater. I'm from the Bay Area. I'm a Giants fan.
welcome to the
so-
show, my brother. Because I've never liked the Dodgers. It's the strangest thing in the world for me. I'm a player guy, but my entire life, there's 2 teams I've always disliked. And if you want to hate the Dodgers and the
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys. I just cannot stand them.
I am right there with you. Exactly.
Let's go. That's why we picked you to be on the show. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see it. I'm not
Exactly.
going to lie. If it ends up being a Dodgers Yankees, I'm here for it. But as long as the
Mhm.
Yankees win, because I cannot stomach.
I mean, it's
I
not like
know.
Boot can bring in Nestor Cortez again, so we're good.
Good point.
That's true.
He didn't even finish the year with anybody, did he?
Milwaukee, I believe.
I don't know.
Oh my goodness, he's in
Oh, is he
Milwaukee.
on Milwaukee? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, the Cubs have a chance. Their numbers just went up. Put Nestor in. All right,
Yeah, seriously.
who's the? I'm going to ask. This is will be right off the bat here. You can't think on this one. Who's the AL MVP?
Oh, Raleigh
Really?
from
Wow.
well, I mean, it's just been magical. Like what he's done. He's
So
set
you're
a
going with
couple
emotion.
records. Oh, yeah, purely. Yeah. I mean, and I don't bet on MVPs or anything like that, so I don't have a
Okay.
lot invested there. But
All
if I
right.
had to choose,
So
yeah,
you go with Raleigh, huh? I don't know, but
yeah, I don't think he'll win it, but that'd be awesome if he did.
you know, I wonder if the voters and the sports writers are going to pick him just for the emotional point of it. I mean,
I no, if there's
Maybe.
sports writers still out there that don't get some people in on unanimous votes, they're not going to care. They're going to pay attention and be like, "This is a baseball statistic thing, and we're going
Yeah.
off that." So, yeah, you just
Who
at
do
this
you
point
guys
would have
have?
to value. Do you value the catcher and that everyday position more versus a batting title and a higher OPS and all that kind of stuff? The WAR and
yeah,
Yeah.
I think Judge. I think Judge. I think. I mean, you can't.
But yeah,
What
I mean, he deserves it. But
he's
yeah,
first in 8 out of 10 categories
yeah,
still.
something like that. It's
I
crazy.
mean, of the
no,
10 critical categories, he's got
yeah,
first in 8 of them. But I'm with you. I mean,
yeah,
RJ and I've had this back and forth last month or two of the season. It's Cal Raleigh's squatting every day. He's down on, he's getting beat up behind the plate, and then he's going out
yeah.
there and
That's
hitting
crazy.
60 dingers. I mean, that's huge, and I would absolutely love to see them play the Yankees.
The tie-in back to cards now. So Topps does this
Oh yeah,
thing where if the MVP wins, they have a buyback program where they'll pay you $20 per card and you can use it to buy other products and stuff like that. They did not include Cal Raleigh in the last product. So
Really?
if he wins the MVP, they have him in the update product, and they're like, "We'll allow update to come through." But like everyone was like, "What are you gonna do?" Like Otani's obviously
Yeah.
on track to win MVP, but like Judge was,
Hmm.
with him getting hurt towards the end there and stuff.
it's an incredible
Yeah,
program, Steven. So
Interesting.
yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
think last year we traded in probably 400 some dollar. Take cards, and we got over 400 and some $500 worth of buyback money to
Wow.
buy more product just on the MVP's cards. It's incredible. It's an incredible little
That is
program they've
cool.
got going, but a little twisted. I don't know who in the National League is going to get it. I was listening to something the other day that Geraldo Peroma from the Diamondbacks is going to get a bunch of votes, which I, that just tells
Interesting.
me that the National League's in trouble. Like, who's going to get it? Who do you
Yeah.
think? Anybody? Anybody?
I mean,
in the National League,
Yeah,
the MVP.
yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Who?
Otani?
Oh
well,
my
yeah,
God!
wouldn't
What
it
do
be
I think?
Ohtani?
Jeez.
Yeah.
See, I
I was
don't
gonna
even
say,
think
wouldn't it
about
be
the
Ohtani?
Dodgers, man. I don't even think about the Dodgers.
I thought you were trying to
I'm
stump
not.
me. I'm like, yeah, I
Yeah.
think it would be Otani.
It's early. All right, I've been drinking all day.
No,
Jeez.
it's all good.
All right.
All
So
good.
you were talking about futures. You said you don't bet on MVP, and that would be considered a futures bet, correct? So
Hmm.
for our
Yeah, yeah.
listeners who are essentially in the card space, trading card world, what is a futures bet?
Futures bet is just you're betting literally on the future winner of the World Series, the Super Bowl, but like you're betting months in advance. So the odds are amazing the earlier you bet.
Yeah.
So like say the Mariners win the World Series, the odds in the beginning of the season probably like were plus 2,000 or something. I don't even know, but crazy
Wow.
odds. And if you put money on them back beginning of the season, you could cash out big time. But obviously, a lot of people would not expect the Mariners to win. But what I do, I bet on teams throughout the year. I kind of treat it like the stock market. You know, when it dips, you buy more kind of thing. So I just like
Okay.
stack up my futures bets. So I have like multiple teams that could win it and I could profit from based off
Okay.
of bets I've been doing all year. So that's how I treat it. That's how I help my viewers on YouTube. I kind of just say these are the teams that have the best chance to win the World Series based off like history, based off stats. But obviously, anything can happen. That's the beauty about sports. So like
Yeah.
I could be completely wrong, but I've been right every single year for the past 5 years for NBA, NHL, MLB. So
Hold on,
I
say that
haven't.
one more time for me. You've been right
Yeah,
5 years in a row?
yeah, but I don't pick the exact winner. I pick three to four different like possible winners, and I still profit. Doesn't matter who wins out of those
Okay, so
four.
you're hedging, right? You're
Yeah,
you're
hedging.
yeah,
Exactly.
okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. So my neighbor, what was it, 2 years ago? Diamondbacks made it to a World Series. He did a futures bet.
Mhm.
He's just a hometown guy. He's a salt of the earth dude. He threw down $100 at the beginning of the season for the Diamondbacks to win the World Series. The amount of money he would have won was staggering because
Oh
I
yeah.
think he got it at a plus. I may be wrong, but I think it was plus 5,500, I
Nice.
believe.
Yeah.
And you put $100 down, and the Diamondbacks. I mean, nobody expected them to get to the World Series, let alone, well, they blew it, but they had a chance for a minute.
Oh yeah. I didn't expect that at all
5,500.
either.
So you didn't pick the D-backs 2 years ago, huh? Did you pick the Rangers?
I had money on them. I didn't, but yeah, they were in my top tiers. Yeah, top two tiers. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
So when you look
It's a lot
at
of fun.
Yes.
when you look at your betting side, are you focusing on money line, over under stuff, or as you calculate your tiers and
Well, the over under that's for individual games. I just do that for fun, like if I'm betting on games. But I do like doing player prop bets a lot because I'm in California too. So player prop is legal technically. Betting on games is not legal here. So I focus a lot on player props during the week, but futures I could bet on. There's like apps like Kalshi. There's a few other apps where it's like there's a legal loophole, which is kind of weird, where you could bet on futures because they treat it like a stock market type thing.
that's
Yeah,
funny
it's
because
pretty
this guy,
interesting.
before going to California, always has to stop off at the last gas station before the state line so he can place his
No, it's
bets. Yeah.
yeah,
Every time, dude, every time we'll be driving down the 8 down here in southern Arizona, and I'll realize, oh God, it's Thursday.
you
I'll be
gotta
there till Sunday. And I'll tell my wife,
gotta play some bets.
it's
Nice.
ridiculous. Actually, this last time I was in San Diego, I almost called him and was like, hey, can you play some bets for me? But I ended up leaving.
The juice is 20.
Yeah.
I ended up coming back a day earlier, so it was okay. Do I have a problem, RJ?
Okay. You know, you know.
No, I don't have a problem. All right, before we get off of baseball, I got to ask you. So, do you do fantasy baseball?
No, I've done it in the past. It's too much. Too much. It's literally every
Okay.
day you gotta be on top of that. But no,
All right. Well, then
yeah, I do
I'll
fantasy
pivot
football.
into
That's my big one.
football, and we'll talk about football for a second. Because
You guys
another thing,
froze.
obviously, in the sports card space, people are always looking to, uh, yeah, in football, you're always looking to see, okay, who's the next big thing? Who's the next Jaden Daniels? And you buy low, you buy the rookie cards, and you hope that they turn into what he did his rookie season. Are you doing that with, like, is that how you kind of approach the fantasy, building your fantasy teams? Is it similar to that? Or are you just kind of guessing? Or I guess in
You're
fantasy, you're
guessing.
going
You're
with
doing.
guys that are established, huh?
You go with established, but that doesn't always pay off. You definitely got to look at the rookies because some rookies do take off and carry your team. But yeah, if you go too established, that could actually hurt you. Like if you pick Derrick Henry this year, you think it's a for sure pick, but he's actually not doing too well. He's fumbling. He's not getting as many rushing yards as expected. Same with Saquon Barkley. He's not performing like we're used to.
Yeah.
So it's just you can't be if you're too established. If you're picking all the perfect people like that were really good last year, that could actually be bad this year because you got to look at the rookies still. You got to look at the second year players and the up and comers. So
All
you
right.
got to look at all that stuff. Yeah.
But we've
Yeah.
talked about that too, like Daniel Jones, like
Uh-huh.
has just gone off.
Yeah.
And it's that question of, was it the system, coming into a new,
Which, yeah.
trust with coaching and all that.
Yeah. I think it's a coaching thing. Yeah. I mean, I definitely didn't expect Daniel Jones to be doing what he's doing now. So, yeah, there's a lot of surprises. Mac Jones for the Niners stepping in as a backup, looking great.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things.
Is Purdy going to get his job back?
That's like a big question now, but I'm sure he will. But they're like, take your time, Purdy. You can rest as
course they
long as you
are.
want.
Take a nap.
Yeah,
Could go to
exactly.
Disneyland.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah, Mac
interesting.
Jones is killing, and his trading cards. I mean, a couple of years ago, they were massive, big money
Were they?
cards. Oh man, yeah, his rookie cards were huge, and then of course, they take a dive, and I don't know about now. I haven't checked his market on the trading card space, but there was a while there you could pick up a Mac Jones card that previously was maybe $500 for 75. I mean, he fell off the table pretty significantly. So if he's back, maybe he's going to pull it down. Jones next year, he'll be with the Cardinals, I hope, because I'm not a Kyler Murray fan,
Maybe.
and we need a new quarterback.
Okay.
So he'll find a new
Yeah.
place, I think, right? I mean, are
Oh,
you
yeah, he
high on
will.
Mac Jones?
Yeah, but I know we're not going to have him long term, and that's what Kyle Shanahan does. He produces quarterbacks, he makes them look amazing, and he gets some big contracts, which is great for the quarterback. But then once they go somewhere else, they decline. Like Jimmy G, Garoppolo, he was amazing on the Niners, took us to a Super Bowl, but I think it was just purely on coaching and the scheme. Because then he went somewhere else and he did completely terrible. Now he's a backup or even a third stringer on most, or like second or third string. Yeah.
Yeah, is
So
he's still in the league? He's with the
yeah, we
Rams
just
now,
played
right?
against. He's on the Rams. Yeah, so we played against him
Yeah,
technically yesterday, but yeah.
yeah. But all right, well, so check it out. RJ and I. So I think this kind of I'm gonna get your grade real quick. RJ and I did a thing before the football season. We're not huge into football cards, but we're obviously doing a podcast. We need to get smart. And we have a little challenge going on. We each picked, I can't remember, each spent $100 on cards. That's what it was. $100 on cards. And what we're going to do is at the end of the season, whoever had the highest percentage increase in card value, which is basically how they perform this season, will win a steak dinner that I
Oh,
think
that's
RJ is
cool.
going to win because RJ's killing it already.
Yeah.
So I'll just rattle off. Do you know who you picked off the top of your head?
Trying to remember now.
Yeah, I picked up a Ricky Pearsall.
Okay. Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, thank you.
Love
I'm
it.
looking for your reaction to see if I'm doing it right.
Yeah.
I picked up, and I'm an idiot, so you can say it. Two Bo Nix. I'm not sure why I picked two.
Oh,
Two Bo
yeah.
Nix
Okay.
cards, two different Bo Nix cards.
Okay.
They're both numbered, so in trading cards, you can get a card that's numbered, it's higher value. So
Okay.
there's only X number of them, whatever they're numbered to. And then I picked up, I think those are my big ones. Pearsall. No, I got Pearsall, Brock Bowers. I got his rookie card. I don't know. Geno Smith's doing okay.
Yep. He's doing okay. Yeah. Not great, but he's doing okay.
I didn't see Pearsall play last night, but I
Yeah.
wasn't
So I was
watching.
going to ask you, so does injuries hurt the value? Because Pearsall's been a little banged up, but he's still doing great. The games he has played.
The games he
Does
played,
that
he's
hurt your
great.
value?
But, if he
Yeah.
doesn't come back yet,
I mean, it's like with if like it's a season-ending injury, stuff like that, card prices will stall, and then they might come
Okay.
back when the season kind of pushes up. But even for instance, with the Yankees last night, Cam, he went off and his card value rocketed overnight. So
Really?
like
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
almost like a 10 times increase. It was crazy.
you're talking about
That's
the stock
cool.
market, man. We're
Yeah, it's like a
dabbling
stock
in
market.
Yeah.
exactly, yeah. And then real quick, the other guy I picked up was Justin Herbert. So I got I think a 50 out of Herbert. So he's doing all right. He's throwing
Pretty
a ton
good,
of
yeah.
yards. So RJ
Yeah.
though, he's killing me though. Your guys are
Let's see if I can remember. All right.
Bijan.
Yeah, Bijan Robinson,
Nice.
Marvin Harrison
Really
Jr.,
good.
Chase Brown.
He's getting better. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, all right. Keon Coleman, and then Roma Dunze. So
Dunze's solid.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm gonna stay away from the quarterbacks because they're already elevated in pricing, right? It's like in fantasy, right? Like you want them because they're gonna get all the points and all that stuff. And I'm like, if I can
Yeah.
find value within that 100, so I found cards that color matched all their jerseys, which adds extra value and like all that kind of stuff. So
Okay.
I was showing Matt, he's just like, the hell, man. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
He's crushing me. So yeah.
How do you guys
Anyways,
keep track of the value of the card? It must be like an app or a website. Like how
There's
do
a
you guys
lot of
keep
apps.
track?
Yeah. So we use Card Ladder, and you can scan the
Okay.
card, and it will,
Okay.
based off the picture, show sold values via eBay and other auction sites. If it's a graded card, they actually have scannable like UPC on it, so it will pick that up, and it will give you comparative values of that same brand, and if it's a 9 or a 10 or whatever was sold, and then you can kind of use it to resell it that way.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Wow.
so
That's really
we're
cool.
basing it off of a raw card, non-graded, and we'll at the end of the season determine what that value is. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not looking good
That's
for me.
fun. Not
I,
looking good.
no, I mean, I don't know. You should have helped me when I had two
what?
Bo Nicks.
Yeah. He knew. He
Yeah.
knew he's going to get a free steak dinner out of it.
But watch Bo Nix go nuts, and I will have two cards that explode in value.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I hate to tell you this, though. I do have a
God.
prop bet for the season over 10.5 interceptions for Bo Nix. That's one of my prop bets for the
Well,
season.
it's been a pleasure
He already
having you
has
on the show.
4. Yeah. I think he already has 4.
Jeez.
3 or 4. Definitely 3, but I think it's 4 now. I got to look at that again.
All right, listen, I'm going to take the other. I'm a half full kind of guy. That means he's throwing
Yeah.
the ball a lot, and that means he's
Oh,
going
yeah.
to get thousands of yards and thousands of touchdowns.
Love it.
Okay, see,
Hey,
thank you.
I still like him week to week. Like fantasy football wise, I recommend him to my fans a lot. So still
Yeah.
like him. Just saying.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So once again, when you're figuring all this stuff out, do you have like spreadsheets everywhere, and you're like scraping data like from other statistical websites and pulling all that stuff together to try to figure out?
Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to the futures for teams, yeah, definitely going through data sites that have data for like every single stat. But yeah, when it comes to player props, I don't put as much research into it. That's more of a for fun thing. I look at, their past, like what's trending, like are they getting better every year? Are they getting worse every year? That's pretty much what I base the player prop bets on. But when it comes to team futures betting, yeah, I definitely look at the data literally every day, every week, and update it and just see where they're trending.
So now I've heard with like NFL that when you bet, it really takes like 4 weeks to get like good data to start like going, hey, week 5 and
Definitely.
above, I know where teams are going to rank and like what they are already. Do you find it the same on your end?
Yeah, for like NBA, NHL, MLB, I definitely just wait at least 1 to 2 weeks before I do any betting for that exact reason. I got to wait till things settle because numbers are going to be crazy inflated in the first week or two. So I kind of just wait for the dust to settle. Then I start calculating, making my bets.
No kidding. It's a fascinating.
All the dumb money is that first couple of weeks because everyone's like, it's new, it's
For
here.
sure.
And all the seasons are like, no.
I'm right here, guys. I'm the dumb money because I'm all about it. But hey, I hit big last weekend, man. I did well. I hit big.
Yeah, I remember you said that. Parlay, right?
Yeah, I had a 7-game parlay and a 6-game. Excuse me, 7-pick parlay. It was player.
How the other 30 that you lost go?
Not so well, RJ. Thanks so much for asking.
Yeah.
We have a third person in our little trading card collective. I'll call it. I don't know what we call it, but Brian had a 9. He had a parlay, 9-pick parlay of touchdown scores, and I think he dropped $5 on it, and he needed one dude to score a touchdown to make for a massive hit. I think it was almost $5,000. And he ended up cashing out because they gave him that they give you that option as it was coming down to the wire. But man, it's exciting. It's fun stuff.
Oh my gosh,
I'm all about it, man.
It is. It's so fun. Yeah, like I love betting parlays on the weekends for football, especially. But yeah, purely out of fun. It's just so fun hanging out with your friends and just
talking smack,
comparing parlays, and yeah.
It's funny because I was actually sitting next to him as I think we were watching or listening to the thing. I can't even remember what we were doing, but like I'm getting anxious because I want this dude to win 45, 50, $5,000, and he's like bouncing back and forth. Like, do I take it out? Do I cash out now? I mean, he did well on the cash out, but man, can you imagine?
Did that guy end up scoring a touchdown?
He did not.
Before he got okay, so good thing he cashed out. Nice.
It was a smart move. It was a smart move, but he was asking me, and I'm like, I'm not answering this question. Because I'm going to get punched in the face when he scores a touchdown. So don't answer. But I was like, cash out because I'm overly conservative when it comes to my betting because, I got to eat and stuff. But it makes the game fun, man. Hey, I know you had questions for us about trading cards, but before we get into that, I got to ask you. So from your perspective, not knowing much about the cards. I know you collected as a kid, and I'd love to hear a little bit about that, like who your players were. But let's talk baseball and then football. Those are the big ones for us. Who do you see, maybe a couple of rookies that you see as potential monsters in the sport down the road that maybe we're not thinking of? I said Isaac Collins earlier when we were talking about the Brewers. That's the guy that stands out to me. But
Yeah. I was actually just thinking about football right now, but
yeah, go football.
Austin Gentry on the
Yeah,
Raiders. I think
yeah,
he's going to
yeah.
be huge
Yep.
eventually. I mean, he's already getting better and better. Abuka from the Bucks. He's a rookie receiver. He's
Yeah.
amazing. He's like one of the top rookies right now. Those are the ones that like really stand out. Yeah, as far as cards go, yeah.
Let me ask you about Jackson Dart. What do you think there?
I love him. I think he's a great story. Long term, I don't think like the way he's just running all around is, he's bound to get injured the way he's doing this.
Yeah.
But it's fun to watch and he's doing well. I just don't think at this pace, it won't last very long if he just keeps doing this. I don't know.
It'd be like a Robert Griffin Jr. type of scenario where
Yeah,
he's trying to do too much and gets
kind of.
smoked
But I
and
know that
gets hurt.
I know all rookies do that, so it's not a huge deal. So maybe he'll learn from that and settle down a little bit. So,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be fun to watch the rest of the season. Yeah, I do like that they've started him.
Yeah, so do I, because I went all in on him. I bought some of his cards. I actually bought Scataboos too as
Nice.
well. Uh,
Oh, that's going nice. Yeah.
yeah. I knew Russell Wilson would get benched. I just didn't know how quickly he would get benched.
Yeah, it's a
So
matter of time. Yeah.
I was digging on Jackson Dart. And I also liked Will Howard, but looks like Aaron Rodgers is going to be okay this season anyway.
Yeah. So far.
Yeah. Anybody else? Any
We got
quarterbacks you could think of?
I know Dylan Gabriel's starting now for the Browns. I don't know what to expect from him, but he's starting this week for the first time. So
then what
I don't know.
just back to the betting side, when you're looking at all your statistics and something like that happens, like a major injury to a position like that, like how much does that affect the data that you're pulling in from looking at the past lines of going, well, this guy, I don't know what he's at yet because he's backup previously.
Yeah. I mean, I try to stay away. And like I said, wait for the dust to settle, give them a week or two, see how they play. But yeah, I'm not betting anything, or I just kind of stay back, see what happens, and then I'll go back and possibly make a bet. Yeah.
So what I'm getting
It's
from this is
purely,
it's
yeah.
don't use your emotion.
No, because I do that all the time. When it comes to some prop bets and even like parlays, yeah, I use my emotions and I'll tell
Right,
people that online. I'll be like, hey guys, on this one, I'm betting with my heart and not my gut. Like, I'll just be honest. Like, this is my heart betting right now, which is not a good thing sometimes. But then I always tell my followers, I'm like, guys, just go with your gut. If I tell you something and you're kind of iffy about it, just go with what you think. Don't purely just go off of what I say. So I
That's
tell
right.
people that because,
It's
you just
just
gotta
your
go with your
opinion.
gut
You are
sometimes.
not an expert, and you are not giving advice. Blah blah
Exactly.
blah. That whole financial advice
Yeah.
thing. What about baseball? Do you have anybody in mind on baseball that you're excited about the long term trajectory?
Player wise, I mean, it's so hard for baseball,
Baseball's there's too many.
like,
Trust me, we know.
because they could get hot and then just go cold, get sent back down, and then get sent back up. It's crazy. So I kind of don't, pay
You don't.
attention too much to the rookies.
No, that's fair.
Hey, I'm right there with you. I tell Matt all the time, like the prospect hunting in baseball is crazy because of all the
Yeah.
single, double, triple. Like you're getting a guy that's 18 and I'm supposed to hang on to this card for 8 years to see if he can get to
Yeah.
the majors. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
But Steven,
It's
that's a
great.
huge
Yeah.
part of it's a huge part of this hobby. In fact, the product just came out last Tuesday? I'm losing
last
track.
Tuesday.
Last Tuesday. It's called Bowman Chrome, and it's essentially prospect hunting. So you get this case or boxes of these cards, and you're not looking, well, you are looking for the Otanis, but you're looking for those prospects, the auto, the number, color variations, special cards of somebody that, like RJ said, is 18 years old and he's in single A. But people are talking, as sport writers are saying, he's the next big thing. He's, like Bubble Chandler. A couple years ago, everybody was talking about he's Otani light because he plays shortstop and he pitches and he hits. Well, now the the Pirates are like, what do we do with this guy? Let's just let him pitch. And his card value is worthless almost. Well, sort of, but
Yeah.
it's a huge thing. And they actually have products in the trading card space where you are prospect hunting. And we don't enjoy
Yeah.
that. Because half times you don't know who these guys are. But
Exactly. So
but
many.
there are cases where you have like a Leo DeVries who was with the Padres, Double A, I think, but he was the next big thing. He was the chase across the sport for probably about a year, and then the
Really?
Padres dealt him for Mason Miller, and it was a great trade. Hopefully,
Huh.
works out for him. But there's
Yeah,
a
I think
lot of
he's the third or fourth ranked MLB
prospects.
prospect.
Yeah,
So like he'll probably be up next year, right? So you're
yeah,
close enough that
yeah. So there's a lot of that goes on, but it's baseball,
Yeah.
and
You
so many
never know.
misses, so many misses. But
Yeah. Seriously.
I tried to pin you down
Okay.
there because I'm not gonna get off
Yeah.
this interview and then jump on buy some cards based on what you're saying because
If
or
I see
maybe I
anyone
will.
hot coming up, I'll text you. I'll be like, hey, pay attention
Shoot
to
me
this
a note.
guy.
Grab this guy's
Yeah.
card. Well, man, you
Yeah.
said you had some questions for us. Fire away. You were wanting to chat.
Yeah. Right off the bat, just what sport is the most valuable for trading cards? Is there a certain sport like NBA, MLB? What's the most valuable?
I wouldn't say it's necessarily the sport versus the player,
Yeah,
right? Because like your
Yeah.
Michael
Yeah.
Jordan cards, Kobe Bryant cards for basketball, they're just going to be astronomical. Your vintage Babe Ruth, those types of cards, Ty Cobb, like those are value, right? But no matter what, it's cyclical. Where as the season is about to start, like NFL just started, so players are high, right? Until it kind of starts to cool off after a couple weeks. Same with NHL and NBA are coming up. So like everyone's prepping for the new release. And it's the new releases. If you have product that you hold on to for a little too long, it can lose some value just because it's not the new shiny thing. So can be very turn and burn sometimes on
yeah,
value, but otherwise, like it just comes down to the card because they will insert this last one in Tops, they did on baseball uniforms, they're doing like debut patches. So first time the person ever appears in the MLB, they'll have a patch. And now what they do is they'll take that patch and they'll insert it in the card as a 101 with the kid's autograph. And those
That's
cards
so
can go
cool.
for
yeah,
tens of thousands of dollars.
yeah. And to what
Yeah.
Archie's saying, it's all not only is it cyclical to the season, but it's also player. Caitlin Clark, I think one
Huh.
of her cards, $500,000. Sold for.
Wow. Already. That's
Yeah, and
crazy.
then you look at I don't say non-traditional sports, but something we haven't even mentioned, Formula One. It's a global sport, so the entire
Hmm.
planet watches it. So there are drivers from around the world. Lewis Hamilton, his auto superfractor, which is a one of one card, went for over $1 million. So imagine you buy a box
Jeez.
of cards, and inside that box of cards is a Lewis Hamilton superfractor auto. You are just now paying off your house with a picture of a man.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there are some people and players like RJ said, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, those cards, the 86 Jordan. If you get one in really good shape, I know you collected as a kid. So, I don't know
Yeah.
if you go back that far, but if you dust one of those bad bears off, you're looking at a good payday. So there's that certain players. Caitlin Clark, if you can land one of hers up from the rookie season that's numbered, really, really valuable.
Interesting. That is so cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
like collecting cards, I had tons of baseball cards and football cards, not really any basketball, but I kept them all at my parents' house and like literally like 3 or 4 months ago my mom hit me up. She's like, "Hey, I'm just going to give away your cards." Like she was doing like a spring cleaning thing. I'm like, "No, no, 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 do not give them away." But
Yeah.
she was going, so let me go through some binders. So I went through some and I found a Michael Jordan rookie baseball card that I had,
Yes. There you go.
which is great. I scanned it, but it says it's worth like 800, which great, but it's not like in the thousands or anything. But it's just insane. But the guy said, I don't know if you guys would know this, is the 90s not great for cards? That's what he was saying, like as far as trading goes or like
Yeah.
collecting,
Yeah, there's
like
like
the 90s,
what they
early
consider
2000s.
a junk wax era. So
Okay, that's kind
like
of what he
late
was saying.
80s
Yeah.
into early 90s, they just overprinted so much that
Yes. Yeah.
it just really couldn't sell as much, and you can kind of just get them anywhere. But some of those players, Jordans, things like that, like there's still value there. And we've actually
Yeah.
had this conversation that with as older that we get, if you can get some of those cards and you can grade them as a pristine 10, because that's a whole nother thing, right? You can have just your raw card,
Grading.
but then there's companies out there that will encase them and give a grade to it. If at some point those will be essentially a vintage or a modern vintage, because those guys are going to pass away and all that kind of stuff. Because we also talk. There's like 4 times in life that a card value pops. It's the speculation into rookie year. It's if they win a championship. It's it when they retire and when they die.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like
For
that's it.
instance, Ricky Henderson, his cards, he recently passed away. Rest in peace. His card value went through the roof. People are grading his cards was one of the most graded cards. So you submit your cards to these grading companies, PSA. There's others. His when he passed away, his submissions for his cards spiked. People wanted to get
Wow.
those encapsulated, and they're good money now. So yeah, it's a junk wax era, but there are exceptions. Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah.
is a perfect example.
And part of what it's at too is
Interesting.
during that era, they just printed cards. And there was like some inserts where like now they've got numbered variations, colored variations. It's this whole, they've created some urgency and scarcity
Yeah.
within the card system itself to like have these patches that
Uh,
are like, no one else will have that except for you. Whereas
yeah, that's
like,
cool.
hey, that Ricky Henderson, about 15,000 people might have it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Because I do have some Ricky Henderson cards actually, but I'll have to double check those.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
But
Get
I
in there
remember
and
just
look.
scanning them, and a lot of cards are just worth like $1, $2, even like good players. So I'm like, oh, this should be worth a ton. I scan it, it's like $5. I'm like, what? But
Yeah.
We talk about that on this show all the time. So I'm going to do it again.
yeah,
So you have the Trevor Hoffmans, whomever, these MVPs, these Hall of Famers now. You can get an
mhm,
autographed card of theirs for $200. I'll just throw a number out there. But you've got these Paul Skeens. Now, granted, he's a once in a generation pitcher, but his cards are thousands of dollars and he hasn't done anything yet. And I say that hesitantly because yes, he has, but he's in year 2
yeah, I know.
and his cars are thousands of dollars, but it's probably that speculation. Like I'll
Yeah.
spend that and hoping that that 2,000 turns into 20,000 when he's done with his career. But it blows my
Yeah,
mind. I mean, I grew up in the junk wax era watching those guys. And, when Ryan Sandberg passed, we were actually in Chicago right after he passed away. And I was like, this is perfect time. I was a big Sandberg fan as a kid. I'm going to go grab his cards. And I was stunned at what his cards were going for because it's Ryan
mhm,
Sandberg. But there was a little
yeah,
spike though after his death, like RJ mentioned. There's a little bit of a spike there, but I mean, these legends of the game, you can get their cards for cheap. But I think it goes back to what you're
yeah.
saying is they're just base cards of these guys. You
There's
want
too
to get the
many of them.
rookie. Yeah, at that
Yeah,
point you have to get the rookie card for those guys. Otherwise, it's just another card, and there's a billion of them. So, who was your
yeah, exactly.
who were your big guys that you were looking at when you were a kid? Who was your
So
favorite
my
players?
brother, what I got it from like he started collecting, and he was a huge Nolan Ryan fan. So we have like signed baseballs from Nolan Ryan, cards. We got a bunch of that. So hopefully that value goes up eventually. But those are the main ones. And then I would just collect from my team. I'm a Giants fan, so I collect. So I have like some Barry Bonds cards,
There you go.
not any rookie cards, but yeah, just 49 players I would collect, and just a lot of random people. Yeah.
No, that's cool.
Wait. All right. Then question: does Frank Gore get into the Hall of Fame this year?
I think he definitely deserves it, but yeah, I don't know. He should.
All
I
right.
think so.
RJ's a Frank Gore fan. He
Yeah.
picked up a couple
Okay.
of his cards
Yeah.
recently, I think.
I got a Frank Gore red color match out of 5, and I was like, oh,
1 of
He's-
5. So that's
yeah, 1
huge.
of 5. Yep. So
That's
I was
cool.
like, man, maybe this will work because if he gets elected to the Hall, that like I said, those 4 things that happen, that'll be the boost,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, no,
sure.
no, I'll make it a little bit more fair for Matt. So I'll hold on to this one personally. But
It's a different kind of prognosticating than you're doing. But I think there's a tie here, man. I think it's fascinating.
Yeah,
I think it's
definitely.
definitely a tie to what you're doing. And I find it fascinating and also enjoy your content. So
Thank you.
I think it works. What else? What other questions? Did you have any other questions for us on the car world?
Well, this is coming from a complete noob. So when I watch these videos on like TikTok, and they're live, and people are buying cards live, right? And then they're opening them on camera. Are they opening it for that viewer that just bought it, and then they give it to him somehow? They ship it to him? Is that how that
Yeah.
works?
Yeah, so
100%.
we break under 2 packs a day on Whatnot,
Yeah.
and it's what you do. You wait for instance, like baseball, 30 teams.
Mhm.
You'll sell the teams, or you could even sell by player if you can sell it really however you want, as long as you stipulate what those rules
Well,
are.
let me interrupt real quick, be rude. Cards are expensive. A
Yeah.
box of cards, I'm just going to throw a price out. So you want to go buy a hobby box of Topps Chrome, but
200.
$200. So
200.
a young kid can't afford that, but you go into Whatnot and then take it away,
Right.
RJ. So
And you could get your team for 10, 15, $20, right? And now you're just getting your
Okay.
team versus
Yeah.
all the other stuff that you don't really care about.
and they're like basketball. There's a box of basketball cards. It's like $6,000. Well,
Jeez.
you're not going to go buy. I mean, some people do, but you're
Uh-huh.
not going to do that. But I want the Phoenix Suns, so I'm going to jump into a break on that $6,000 box, and I'm gonna get the Suns for $300 or whatever they're going for, and then you're going to sit and watch that. So it kind of gives everybody an opportunity to get their cards they need, because they're not going to, not everybody can jump
Yeah.
out and grab a $6,000 box.
And
And that's an
yeah,
extreme example.
and
6,000.
back to the chase side. So if a team is really good or they've got a hot rookie or whatever it might be, like that, you weight the teams or the players, and like that value for that team would be higher, right? So in this case, on we talked about earlier, the Tops had a buyback program, so automatically we all know Shohei's going to win, right?
Except
It's
for
pretty
me,
much,
clearly, because
yeah, except for Matt. So with Shohei winning, you know that you can charge more for that team, because if you get just his base card, it's automatically $20. So you're like,
Yeah.
all right,
Okay.
that could be a higher tiered versus like the Colorado Rockies, where they've got some prospects and you could maybe hit your numbers or parallels, but hey, they're only worth $15, right? So it kind of balances out. Yeah, but yeah, you would rip it on screen. The person who bought that team or player or whatever it might be, you would get the cards shown, you package them up, and you ship them out. Uh, that's
yeah,
it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
so many
I
new
just
entrepreneurs have been created, man. It's insane what Whatnot
yeah.
has done. They've given an opportunity to people to make some money on the side, and it's
Yeah.
blowing up. It's
So
wild.
cool. No, it's fun to
Yeah.
watch. And
Yeah.
so
Yep.
let me ask you this. Say you buy a $200 box. Are you bound to make your money back? Or is it like a scratcher where you could just lose your money? Like you'll get
Yeah,
just garbage cards
I'd say on average, maybe
sometimes.
you're going to probably be at 60% value unless you hit
Okay.
one of one of the chases or I
Yeah.
mean, we just opened 2 boxes the other day. I think they cost us, what was it? I think like 350 a box. So
Yeah.
it's like
So about
700.
700
So it's like
bucks.
700 for 2 boxes, and Matt ended up hitting not just a card that was in the case, but it worth in 12 cases. So you'd have to open up like 612 packs to get this one card, and he hit it of Otani. And so right away, that card
Really?
was a $1,200 card. So that paid for all the boxes. But the
Yeah.
odds of that happening?
Yeah.
It's like Brian hitting that parlay with 9 people scoring a
Yes.
touchdown. Like,
Yeah. And if you're listening,
Wow.
that doesn't happen all the time.
yeah,
Don't go
No,
buy
I bet.
$700 worth of cards, because that was a shock.
yeah,
So
Like winning the lottery in a way for
in a
yeah.
way,
cards,
yeah, I
I
mean,
guess.
yeah, and that's
Yeah.
that's part of it. This is the ongoing conversation. It's essentially you're gambling a little bit. You're gambling that when I buy the Diamondbacks or I buy the whomever, whatever team, I'm gambling that I'm gonna hit an auto or a numbered card, and I'm gonna be able to either put that in my personal collection or flip it and make twice 5x whatever I paid for the spot. So there's a little bit of hedging again like that.
Yeah, for
Uh,
instance, we just did a break on Sunday, and we ended up it was the Bowman prospect stuff for baseball, and we ended up hitting Chris Rodriguez out of the Detroit Tigers, gold
Hmm.
autograph numbered out of 50, and that card someone looked it up right away, and they're like $1,500. That guy bought
Wow.
that spot for $45. So
Wow. And it's just
so his
1,500.
margins are strong. So
Yeah.
he made some money. There was another. We hit a redemption. So there are also redemption cards that it'll say you are due an autograph of so and so. Who did we hit? It was a massive. It was
James Wood,
James
the
Wood, rookie
Nationals.
for the Nationals.
Nice. Yeah.
And I think that was a
Gold on a
$1,200.
50th.
So we did well, but they
That's
weren't for us. We
awesome.
turned around,
But
as
we
soon
get
as
to
the show
touch
was
it.
over and shipped it
Yeah.
to somebody.
Yeah,
So
you get to touch them. Yeah.
So
yeah,
true.
that's the fun part. I mean,
Wow.
just a quick story, RJ, and I'm an old dude. So when we first started breaking 2 years ago, we had an Ozzie Smith 1-of-1 superfractor. I mean, that was a guy that, you know, I used to
Yeah.
watch Twib every Saturday morning, right? And Ozzie Smith was the guy, you know, doing backflips for the Cardinals.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I got to hold a 1-of-1 where he signed it for about
That is cool.
a minute before we had to ship it. But it's a lot of
Yeah.
fun to do, man. It's
Maybe
a lot
take a
of fun to
picture
do.
with it
yeah.
before
For
you ship it
sure.
out.
That's right. And,
Wow.
you know, relive the
That
days
is
of
cool.
old. Yeah. A lot of fun, man.
Yeah. So is it pretty easy to sell the car? Like, say you do get a car that's worth $1,500. Is it pretty easy to sell it to someone, like, pretty quick, like
Two
online, or
ways.
is that hard?
So yeah, if you use eBay, their fees are starting to get kind of high, but you can sell it pretty quickly. You know, if the player's hot, you can do it as a buy it now pretty quickly, or at least your 7-day auction. But if you run an auction, on average, auctions end about 10% under what a buy it now value is. So if you're willing to wait and sit, you can get a higher value. Otherwise, now what we're seeing is if it's a card worth grading and sending into like PSA, when you send it in, PSA will give you an automatic 80% worth of what that card value is at that graded dollar amount. So like we submitted 60 cards the other day, and they came back, and on 22 of them, they're like, hey, we'll give you $1,100 for these 22 cards. Right. So right away we could have just sold them and then
Yeah.
taken the rest
Interesting.
and run as an auction or do what we want to. So yeah, there's ways, but definitely those, like you're saying, those dollar cards or the smaller cards,
Yeah.
those are harder to sell.
Mhm.
Like you'll have to cluster them
Yeah.
together into groups
Bundle.
and things like that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little tougher. And you
Okay.
can always go to card shows and sell them in real time to somebody. I
Yeah.
think RJ did that with a couple big hits we had, because then
Yeah.
you remove those fees from whatever platform you're selling it on, and you're just selling it direct to somebody. If you had somebody you wanted and I sold it to you for $1,000, it's done, right? Nobody's
Yeah.
taking
Yeah.
a cut out of it. So
But this is
Exactly.
the industry of haggling, right? So
Yeah.
you come into and you're like, hey, I want $1,000 for this card. They're going to be like, well, I'm only going to give you 800. And
Yeah.
everyone else here probably is going to do about the same. So you got to just feel like, is that good for you? You know, are you once
Yeah.
again in it for velocity
profiting.
and just turn and burn and get the money and use it elsewhere?
Mhm.
fast nickel, slow
Yeah.
dime mentality, you know, do I want the money now?
Yeah.
Do I need to move on to the next thing? So it's kind of wild.
Cool.
Hey, man,
Yeah, it's so
we're
interesting.
going to finish this up with 2 questions, and
Yeah.
I got this. You ready?
Yeah.
Are you a big baseball guy? Because the first one's baseball related. Okay.
Yeah. I'm big baseball. Yeah.
Ready? You ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Bottom of the 9th. And your team is down by, what is it, 3?
3.
Your team's down by 3. Okay. In the history of baseball, I don't care who you pick, Honus Wagner or Ellie De La Cruz. I don't care. Who's leading off the inning? Because you have to give me 4 batters. So who's up first?
Oh my gosh.
And I don't know who's pitching. So I'm not going to do that to you. Nolan Ryan's not pitching. So who's batting first?
So I'm picking top 4. So who's batting first?
Yeah, whoever you want. Remember,
has to be someone
you need to win this game. So
fast.
there you go.
It has to be someone quick. Probably a Ricky Henderson.
Great
would be
choice.
nice.
All right. Rookie's on first now. Who's up
Okay,
next?
up second. Well, here's the thing. I'm already looking ahead. I already know who's hitting fourth.
Hold on a second. I'm
'Cause
going
it
to
could
guess.
be, and I know you're not going to like it at all. Well, some people won't like it. But let's see. Hitting
already know who it is.
second. Yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can't go wrong with Ohtani. He could go anywhere, really. Second or third or fourth.
Okay.
Let's just throw Ohtani in there.
Sorry. So Ohtani. So all right, Henderson, Ohtani. Who's third?
Ohtani. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Old school. It doesn't matter. Obviously, it doesn't matter if I
Could be
pick
anybody.
Ricky.
You can put Babe Ruth in there if you want.
Actually, here's a Yankee. I'll put Jeter in there for sure.
Oh,
He's
there you
clutch.
go.
Side
In
out
October.
swing. Yeah.
There
Mr.
you go.
October. Yeah.
And
And then
now
can you guess Do you want to
Barry
guess it
Bonds
or?
cleaning it up.
Yep, that's exactly.
And if you hate it,
Exactly.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great
Yeah.
choice.
And that's a controversial question. Does he deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, according to you guys? Because I know some people say no, and
Yes.
I mean, yes, because they let David Ortiz in, and that guy did steroids.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, that was my. Yeah, there's a few people that are in the Hall of Fame that did steroids. So, yeah, I
and
think he
admitted it.
deserves it as
So
well.
what about Pete Rose?
What should he be inducted?
Should be in the Hall?
Well, didn't he get inducted after he
No,
passed away, or they're
he's eligible.
going to?
Yeah, they
They
made
lifted
him
the ban.
eligible for it. Yeah.
They lifted
Yeah.
the ban.
I think they should have put him in before he passed, but I mean that's
So
just
do
me.
I.
I don't know. I'm not
So do I.
totally. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was a
Yep.
good choice. We asked. I'm not name dropping here, but we asked everybody that. By the way, you did fail because Tony Gwynn should be
Oh,
in your
sure.
lineup. Sorry, I'm kidding.
Tony Glenn, yeah.
Bad man, I love Gwynn, but your choices were good. We asked some people. We get some strange responses. I still think Gary V. We asked him at the National, and his answers were terrible.
His
You met
fourth
Gary
batter
Vee,
was
nice.
Will Clark. He's like, Will Clark's going to bring them all in. Exactly.
Fourth
That was my
batter.
reaction too.
Yeah. And he likes it because
Wow.
he's a Giants fan.
Well, yeah, Giants, but you still got to go Barry Bonds over Will Clark for
Right.
a fourth batter.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Okay.
It was terrible. All right, my
Wow.
last question before we bring it in and finish up. Unless RJ has another one, who's in the World Series and who's in the Super Bowl? You're a futures guy, just for fun.
So here's the thing where it's with my heart.
Yeah, use your heart. We like heart on this show. No data.
I would
We
love,
don't like facts.
love to see the Brewers in it. Brewers go to the World Series. And I either have the Yankees or Mariners making it from the AL.
Okay.
But one of my brackets, I have the Brewers winning it all.
That would be
That's my
actually cool. I
prediction.
just realized this is the year that he passed away. Just a bit outside Euchre.
Euchre? Yeah.
That would be actually a pretty cool story, wouldn't it? Storyline.
Yeah.
Getting them in
That
there
would
and
be.
them winning. That
Well,
was
they
special.
also
And
have
the
that
Brewers-
statistic, right,
Yeah.
where everyone that plays against them and wins in like the first round would go to the World Series, like the Diamondbacks. So like it was like
Oh,
happened like
that's
6
right.
or 7 times. There's some crazy
That's
statistic.
funny. Yeah.
RJ,
Wow.
So
we don't like facts.
Oh.
All right,
Right.
Super Bowl. Who's in the Super Bowl? All right.
That's a
This-
tough one. That's the thing with my futures. I actually kind of stay away from NFL. My main things are NBA, NHL, and MLB. NFL, I've looked at past stats, like they are all over the place. There's no clear like path for an NFL team to win it stats wise. Like there's no like MLB has, they hit these stats. They all are
Yeah.
in the top 5 of this.
Yeah.
But
fielding,
NFL, it
pitching.
is all over the place. So with my heart, I mean, the Bills look great, and for the fan base, it would be amazing. They do deserve one eventually. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Right.
So I could see the Bills going to the Super Bowl, and then unfortunately, probably the Eagles again. They might go again. I mean,
Who's
I'm
the
a Niners
sleeper?
fan, but I'm a realist, and we can't stay healthy, so I don't think we're gonna win a Super Bowl, but hopefully make the playoffs. But
All right, that's fair.
Well,
I
all right,
think-
well, then for Brian, who's not with us today, what about NBA? I know it's a little early, but
Yes.
early NBA predictions. Is it going to be a repeat?
yeah, I mean, Thunder are definitely at the top. Lakers should be interesting, but they're always overhyped.
What about Cooper Flag coming in? Is that going to?
Nah, I don't think they'll put them over the top to win it all, but that's going to help them for sure. Can't wait for that. Oh, speaking of Cooper Flag, like his cards must be through the roof right now, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Because one of
That's
his
awesome.
autos came out in like a McDonald's Tops variation, and like it was like gangbusters. People were just trying to get it. It's like it's first auto, but he's not in uniform yet. So once he gets drafted and he's got that first uniform auto, that's going to take
Yeah.
over, the
Wow,
world.
that's so
yeah,
cool.
like Caitlin
Yeah.
Clark's a great example. Her when she's in the Iowa Hawkeyes uniform, it's not as valuable as her Fever rookie card, which makes sense because she's in the professional uniform like Cooper
Okay.
Flag. So you got to look for those. That's
Interesting.
another thing to look at because I've been chasing. I wanted to get a Caitlin Clark for my PC because it's Caitlin Clark. She's incredible, and I've got one, and it's not a huge card, but I finally landed one in San Diego at the card show we went to. It was
Nice.
mission accomplished there, but it's not a huge value. But
Okay. But you
I didn't
have it.
spend $500,000 on it, so
Yeah, it's
that
good.
would be That would be a difficult conversation.
I know. You might be living on the street. I don't know.
The only other question I have for you is, do you do anything like, say, soccer, right? Soccer, next year we have the World Cup, right? So
Mhm.
something like that, that's like every 4 years. Do you ever kind of dabble in something that's large tournament style with national
Yeah,
teams, or?
just for fun. But like, yeah, I don't have a lot of data with that, so it's pretty hard. But yeah, just for fun, I'll definitely place bets on it, betting on games. Like I love watching soccer in general, but yeah, that's purely fun, just betting. But I don't treat it like the futures I do with MLB and NBA and stuff like that.
Just
But
dabble.
I'm gonna try to go to some games, that's for sure. But I'm sure it's
Awesome.
crazy expensive. But
I'm
I
going
do want to
all
go
in
to
on
a
the
World Cup
U.S.
game.
And you know why? Because if they win, which they won't, then the number,
Yeah,
it's got to be huge, right? It's got to be plus.
And
yeah,
that
don't.
right
Yeah,
there,
Is why I don't
dumb
win.
money, dumb money.
Hey!
I'll
Watch me win, and because you will be back on the show, Steve. We're gonna have
I
you as a
appreciate
repeat
that.
guest, and I'm gonna be bragging
no,
about the
I'll
U.S.
call it
winning.
now. Spain.
This table won't be plywood; it'll be gold because I won that bet. Mark my words.
I know. I know.
Okay.
Wow. Man.
Well, man, I really appreciate you being on. Everybody listening, jump into show notes because all the links to Steven's channels are there. You got to check out his content. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun to listen to you, and a lot of the analytics and the data that you give just makes my life harder, but also it's good to listen to it. So appreciate everything you're doing. Keep it up, man.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for having me. It was a lot of fun. So I'd love to
Yeah,
come
man.
back
Yeah,
for sure.
thanks a lot.
No, we'll definitely have you
Yeah.
back, man. So we'll talk to you soon, Steven. Have a great day, and thanks everybody for listening. Thanks for listening to Behind the Breaks. We appreciate you being here with us and helping us grow this community. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and YouTube.
Make sure to like, follow, or subscribe, and we'll see you for the next one.